Dumelang, ka lebitso ke Nthabi Kgabo, commonly known as Nthabi K, and I am your host for LifeLine South Africa podcast. Today, we are graced once again by our ambassador, the one and only Kosi Tladi. Welcome, my sister.
Thank you, Nthabi.
We've been waiting for this day for quite a long time now.
Thank you for having me.
It is finally here. Just like the previous time, I also know a lot about our beautiful sister here. But because she's here, I think it's all about her. Kosi. And what is Kosi all about? Kosi Tsagai.
Kosi was born in Val, Sebokeng. I grew up go Sebokeng. I lived my life juggling from Val to Davidton. So I've been from East Rand, Val. So yeah, that's me.
So when were you permanently this side? Because and you're talking Davidton.
Yes. I came around 2000 permanently Kofosloras.
Okay.
Yes. That's when I started staying there permanently, Kofoslo.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now, is Kosi a mother? Are you married? Are you single and available?
Kosi is a mother of two. I've got a 16-year-old boy and an 11-year-old girl. Yes, I'm engaged. I'm not looking. I'm taken, guys.
I tried for you, but she's no longer available. You're late, yeah? All right. Being a mother of two, how does it feel in Jehovah? And I know one of them is a teenager.
Hey, it's not easy. It's not easy as in Tabi. Dealing with a teenager, they can drive you mad. They can sometimes make you lose it, but you try as a mother. You try to be there, and remember, there's no school.
True.
Whatever you teach your children is what you know, and you learn every day. Some things go in and they become a surprise. Or kind of when our parents used to say this, then you come across it. So yeah, it's not easy, believe you me.
So it's true when they say parenting doesn't come with a manual.
It doesn't come with a manual.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. So Kosi, you're an ambassador, your LifeLine. How did it come by?
Okay. I love to post. I love taking pictures. I love taking videos. So I was not aware that the director was my friend on Facebook. So the director used to go through my Facebook page. Then he told Ausnomsa about me. He like I didn't know him well. I think he was still coming in. He was still new. Then he asked Ausnomsa, what's this girl? Who's this girl? Ausnomsa said, no, it was Kosi, I was a temp by then.
Okay.
It's Kosi, one of our temp counselors for SGPV. Then he asked about me. He said, no, I'm interested in this girl. I love the pictures that she takes on Facebook, and she's very energetic. So hopefully Kosi ke motho rata ntho tse ntle. Kosi ke motho tla etsa uniform e mbe e ntle. So I'm that person. Yes. So I think what the director saw in me, ilamu tabisa. This is ilamu bonsa. No, this person urata huapara uniform, because I will be slaying my uniform with my shades and katiba ke ten in a certain way, but always make sure the brand iyasha, the LifeLine brand iyasha.
Also, that's how you acquired incoming the ambassador. You mentioning the director mo ha afitla o bonwetsa dinto. So when did you join LifeLine?
I joined LifeLine, it was LifeLine South Africa 2010.
Okay.
But I've been with LifeLine East Rand before. I started in 2006. But LifeLine South Africa, it was 2010.
Yes. So what are you doing in LifeLine?
I'm a lay counselor. So I take calls. I engage with the community. We do the events, awareness campaigns, different. It depends on where are we based. Yeah.
So when you say the campaigns as lifeliners, what kind of campaigns do you do?
We do, it depends what are we invited for. We go to schools, we talk to children about bullying, suicide. Remember that most of, especially this time of the year, the grade 10s are writing their exams. They're preparing to write their exams. That's when you see the high rate of suicide raise. So we would go and we engage with school kids and give talks about different things, whether it's drugs, sexual abuse, things like that. It depends what we are called for. Yes.
So as an ambassador, exclusive from any other counselors to Lifeline?
As an ambassador, remember I'm a face of the company.
Okay.
So whatever I do, I'm promoting Lifeline. So wherever I'm going, I have to be carrying myself in a certain way. And it's not that I'm special, but I at the back of my mind, I have to remember that this brand is the brand that I have to promote. Yes.
So does it mean, how did you conclude, because you are always representing Lifeline out there, anyone in our community can just knock and ask for psychosocial support?
No.
So where do you draw the line?
When I get home, I get to be with my family.
Okay.
Unless maybe, sometimes when I lead the emergency, Abu Lawrence will call me and say, you have to do this. Sometimes he would do it at night, then job.
So you know how to strike the balance, you draw the line. Family is important, much as Lifeline is also important. It's very important to highlight that in your life and in your profession, Kosi, because some people can be drawn into work and neglecting the most important, which is family. And talking about family, I want us to talk about COVID-19 and the effects that it had on you. Please take us through the experience.
When we talk about that, COVID-19, it was very tough. It was very tough for me. I lost somebody who's dear to me. I lost a mother. And in her line of profession, I think she knew the dangers because she kept on telling us as a children that, if I could get COVID, I will never survive this. To me, at that time, I felt it was a joke up until it happened. So it's not easy, and it's still not easy. You try to move on, but the space of a mother will never, that gap will never close.
So, but what did you learn around that experience? Because I remember you even somehow took it to the media to talk about your feelings and everything.
At that time, I felt the healthcare workers were not given the support. Remember, it was that time I was in Tabu where they didn't get the DPP. Yes, they didn't get. There were certain age group that were supposed to stay home. So I think my mother was one of those people bailing where they were supposed to be home.
Oh, the high risk.
Yeah, the high risk. Remember, she was diabetic.
Oh, okay.
But she had to go to work, and COVID, it has taught me life is too short. COVID, it has taught me you live every day as your last day because you don't know what tomorrow brings.
But I'm sensing, Okari, you took the passion from Mama, because Liana, she was passionate about her work despite her own illnesses, and she went through the love that you have for Lifeline. You're also pushing so much to say, I'm here. How you walking, the gymming in the community. Why wearing the t-shirt when doing your own exercises off duty?
Remember, when you love something, you live it. When you are passionate about it's like you don't let anything stand in your way. It's not like I'm a superhero. There are challenges. Work environment can be toxic, but you have to do what you are here to do. Sometimes we might do the same job, with my colleagues, but the calling, we have a different calling. So this is my calling. You understand? This is my calling, and this is something I am gonna flow in this.
Hence you call yourself a fashionista, but you still rock a LifeLine t-shirt. This and that, but you still remember that the organization needs me. I am that organization. That's nice. But then of all organizations that are out there, why LifeLine?
LifeLine, I was recruited. I was very young. I was 21. I was recruited by a neighbor.
Okay.
She said to me, there's a project that is coming up with child-headed households, whereby we were trained to do a project whereby we care for the child-headed households. Then I started falling in love with the job. I said, this is the kind of a job that I want to do. Growing up, this is not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
Now I'm very adventurous. I love dangerous jobs.
Okay.
Guns, your prison water. That was the kind of a job that I told myself, I'm going to do growing up. But when I was into this field, I fell in love with the inner me. Is it me that can be able to sabatu or how fit you can see the kind of different homes that these children are coming from. Sometimes they don't have anything. It's not that you are there to make their life better, but you are there to show them there's a better tomorrow. If they stay in school, and not engage themselves in drugs and peer pressure.
So it says your presence brings hope to others.
Yes.
So that's how passionate you are about it. And somehow it's linked up because maybe you are really a born helper. As a police officer, as a prison warden, you're still helping, you're saving the community. But then, thanks to the neighbor, you were redirected to us. And I feel blessed that I'm working with one of your caliber, sharing the idea with a passion and everything. So, who is Kosi and where is Kosi going to in 5 years? Within LifeLine or even outside?
Kosi is somebody that loves fashion. So I see myself owning a boutique one day, my own boutique, and to me that's one of the dreams that I would love to pursue. Ke ipona ke le motho o ratang diphahlo in such a way that one day ke ipona ke le businesswoman, one of the biggest in the country.
True. So it says you're not only limited to call center.
Yes.
You still want to go out there and flourish.
Yes.
And be the empowered woman. There's a young girl out there, Kofosloras, Obonang every day. But when looking at herself, she says, nah, I won't make it. It's not possible. What advice would you give to such a young girl?
We were born different. That's why we have different fingerprints. There were times when I look at myself and say, how did I get here? You understand? I am here because of I pushed myself hard. I was told that I was not good enough. So for that girl, I'm saying to her, if you believe in yourself, you are the only one who can how the achieve.
Exactly.
People, there are people but when you are the one that you have to take a step more. Yes.
Thank you for that, Kosi. When I look at your history, your working history actually, it says something about Ikayele Temba. Who is Ikayele Temba and what were your roles there?
Ikayele Temba, it's a shelter for abused women, which is, it falls under community and safety. So as LifeLine, I was given a role of being victim empower. We were empowering the victims that are abused victims. Remember, these women, they coming from their homes, they have nowhere else to go, but when they find us there, we give them hope. They are given the skills, different skills, and they stay in a shelter with their kids for 6 months. So during these 6 months, we are there to empower them.
So you were a victim supporter?
I was a victim supporter.
And how long
yes.
did you work with them?
I worked with them, I think about 5 years and more. I've lost count. I've been there for a very long time.
So having been in close contact with abused women, what did you learn? What did it say to you?
I've learned that you know, it's good as a woman to know who you are and to be able to stand your ground. Because I remember, I'm not saying that it's only whether you're educated or you're not educated, abuse is abuse. And for these women, you know, you can see, you know what, people are broken out there. You know, when you look at abuse, you're not looking at the victim only. You're looking at the perpetrator, or how broken is the perpetrator to make a woman reach to this level of stage. Why I understand. So it's very challenging. That job was very challenging for me.
It was.
Yeah.
But what would you say to the perpetrator himself?
You know, for perpetrators, up until you feel you need help, if there's a channel for you to seek help, I would say, if why not take the channels, because of really LifeLine everything. We understand. We're not saying that. Remember, I was in Tabi. The perpetrators said they coming from a cycle of abuse. They've learned this. This is what they're reliving with their families. So I would say, why not babatle thuso? Yeah.
So it's true when we say at LifeLine we don't discriminate.
No, we don't discriminate at all.
We work with all races, genders.
Yes.
Be it a victim or a perpetrator, we are here to help you. Kosi, you've mentioned a little bit about your mother and how you lost her and how dear she was. In remembering her, what lessons can you take into the future and maybe take us into the relationship that you had? Because I used to see in your videos, sometimes you're even rocking LifeLine t-shirts together with her. So how was the relationship?
My mother was my best friend. You know, my mother was a kind of a mother, you can talk anything. And I love jokes. So I would crack my jokes, she would laugh and say, hey, when are you naughty? So losing her, it's like I've lost a person. Mama was very down to earth. And you know, sometimes I remember her because of she was a person that believed in education. She would always say, because you know, you should register and do psychology. You're very good in this job. Kari, I used to say to her, you know, when now for this abato naming nakeba for this moyeng, you know, that's what she would say to me. So losing a person like that, I was in Tabi, it's not easy. And wabona hore, this person, she wanted me to give something. And you know, each and every day when I look at the kind of a relationship that we had, it prepares me, you know, this person was saying her goodbyes slowly one day because I won't be there. So it taught me a lot. You know, as a person, we are here. It's like a book. You write a chapter, meaning you're no more. We can only read about it.
So what knowledge mainly has she imparted in you? Maybe what values?
You know, as a woman, she taught me I should learn to stand up for myself. I shouldn't allow anybody, it doesn't matter how educated they are, to undermine me or to make me feel less of a human being, because I am a human being. Refilwe ka sa tshwane go na le batho ba ileng gore ba filwe more than wena, but you should learn to appreciate what you have.
So in other words, you taught you hore
Yes.
appreciate what you have and who you are, and be content with all that you have. That's so nice. Can we go back to the shelter? Ikaya Temba.
Yes.
Not necessarily Ikaya Temba. Probably it has happened even here on the at the call center.
Yes.
While you're on the phone. Have you ever had an encounter with one of our clients where it touched you, and how did you come out of it?
There's a lady that called me, and she was being abused by a guy, her husband. Sisi ngiphezulu, I'm in the 10th floor. So I asked her, what is it that you want to do? She said, akithole bana, and right now ngibheke phansi, I'm gonna take my life. You know, when I spoke to that lady, karingcela usuke lapho efastereni, you looking at the window, karingcela usuke, karingcela uhlale phansi phezu kombhede, kabua le yena, kariko yena, you might not be able to bear bana, but remember you're a mother. Kari nabantwana baka siswako Aries. Kari you're a mother to abantwana baka siswako. You're a mother to all these kids. Kari sis maupuma bagbiza bani. Ar mama. Kari you're a mother. Kari remember the reason why usnabana hunali purpose, but you are a mother. It doesn't matter who ubilena libana ba how. You know that lady, I think from that day abona hore, you know what, I'm a woman, I'm a mother. It doesn't matter hore ke na le bana or ha ke na bona. For somebody that is calling me mama, kara o kena taxi, they will never say wena mfazi, or they will call you a mother. So you as a role ya how we lala anywhere and everywhere
In a different way.
in a different
even
way,
even though you are not a mother
Yeah.
by birth, like biologically. So what did it do to you, such a call?
You know that lady, after abeha, before abeha phone fights, we say sisinyabonga, because you have showed me there's a light. You have showed me hore kimme kore infile this thing, hore, you know, hona le batho ba ile go obafa tshepo when they've lost hope. You being there and as a counselor, this person doesn't know you, and we nkile wa ikenya mo dieteng tsa hae, and wa fila sa sfila. And she was very thankful after the before abeya phone a re nyabonga ongbone sente be ngaibone a re nna ne ke bona fela hore just because of ne ke soka ke bana le waka e ke mo bitsang my own, but you have showed me hore I'm still ke sale mme ke sale mosadi.
So you managed to restore hope once again bophelong ba motho, and you changed their lives. Thank you very much, Kosi. It does say this job is not for the fainted people or the weak. It is a passion, it is a calling. So hence the empathy that you applied there. We feel whatever she was experiencing, rather than, you know, other people would have just taken Wuti. She's taking chances, she's seeking attention. That's what people are thinking when they hear of someone trying to commit suicide. So thank God, Wuti, this person came to you, and when you opened up your heart and understood her and make her to feel the worth that she is. Thank you very much, my sister. Once again, I would like to say thank you for your time. It was nice spending time with you and hear the other side of Kosi, other than being on the call together on shift. And
Thank you for having me. I was
till we meet again, Wanesu. Mudimu abelwena.
Thank you.